This video contains commentary. What's crack-a-lackin', my magical little dudicorns? Welcome back to Storytime with your favorite Reddit fairy. My name is Lorna, and today we're getting into some r/ChoosingBeggars. But that's not all. Stick around for some Karen versus Kevin. I've got some r/entitled parents and some r/stories about Kevin. So without further ado, smash that subscribe button, sit back, relax, and let's get right into it. Apartment was not big enough. Posted by user FlowFlowFlowMingle. Sorry if this post is not a choosing beggar, but I think of this story every single time I'm on this subreddit. I work at a leasing office and I tend to have some very picky individuals. One that I still remember 2 years down the line is a woman and her daughter. The woman came on tour and she told me how she currently was at a homeless shelter with her teenage daughter. They've been there for a while, but she received a voucher that would cover her rent 100%. I showed her our best 2-bedroom available for immediate move-in, but she went off. Second bedroom's too small. Not enough closet space. Apartment has 2 walk-ins, a linen, and reach-in closet. Apartment didn't have enough sunlight. It faced south, so not sure what could provide better sunlight. The view wasn't nice. Grassy area with a park nearby. Fitness center was outdated. Included in the rent. And some other things I can't remember. I was surprised because she needed to move immediately and we were in her daughter's school district. I would consider our apartments nice. Our 2 bedrooms are 1,041 square feet and include a washer and dryer as well as have a breakfast area and dining room. New appliances and cherry cabinets. Amenities included the rent. Plus, we had an offer where applications were waived and our price range was covered by voucher. But she declined it. I wonder where she went. But I'll remember her better than you attitude and how disgusted she sounded while I showed her the apartment. Oh man. I mean, I kind of wish that they included a photo of the apartment just so we could kind of see what it looked like. But, you know, like this is going to be a place that you live, right? So you got to be a little bit picky about it, I suppose. Like, I had the misfortune of really liking a place that ended up had like no sound barrier. Like it was, you could hear everything in every apartment around. It was really bad. It was awful and I hated every minute of it, but it was such a nice place. So I guess it doesn't really matter what it looks like per se. I don't know. But if she was like sounding disgusted by it and it was a nice place, then yeah, she's a choosing beggar either way. I mean, she's got a voucher. There's probably not a lot of places that will take vouchers. Who knows? I don't know. What do you guys think about this story? Let me know in the comments below. And before I get into the next story, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on all notifications for future videos just like this one. My dudes, I am 62 subscribers away from my goal. So close. So close. So just smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. Alright, my dudes, let's get into the next story. This one is called, Is That All? Posted by user BrianTheLion83. Happened a few months ago. Little backstory. A few years ago, my wife was diagnosed with celiac disease. Basically an autoimmune disorder caused by a gluten intolerance. Easier to say it's a gluten allergy, even though it's technically incorrect. It's suggested to replace many of your kitchen items after a diagnosis because microscopic gluten particles can reside in scratches on pots, pans, dishes, etc. We did that and had all these boxes of everything just sitting in our walk-in pantry. Finally, my wife put them on Facebook Marketplace for $20. Being they were gently used, we were unsure if they would even sell. They did, rather quickly. I explained why we were selling everything and showed probably 50 pictures to the person. Set up a meet and she arrives with her mom. She's a college student and moving into a dorm. This would be perfect for her. There were so many boxes of pots, pans, bowls, etc. My trunk and entire back seat is full. The girl is excited, and then her mom jumps in and says, "Is that all? Why so much? Can you do $5?" The girl shushes her mom and pays me $20. Then the mom starts up again. "Why are you selling it?" I explain. "Well, are you selling any furniture too?" "No, my wife hasn't been eating the couch or the table." What the fuck? This woman. Karen. No. You big dummy. She's got celiac disease. She's not fucking dying, you dumb broad. Oh my god. Okay, we got one more story from r/ChoosingBeggars. This one's a little longer. That's what she said. This one's called "Hand Over the Toilet Paper and No One Gets Hurt." Posted by user Mr. Not Unhappy. First, let me start by saying that I do not possess psychic abilities. If I could foresee the future, I'd have used that ability to win the lotto a long time ago. I'd be on an island sipping some 99% rum drink with a splash of whatever fruit juice makes the beverage seem socially acceptable and not just a speedy vehicle to Happy Town. I also do not possess any inside information. I have no special access to what is going on in the world. I just watch the evening news, the same as most people. I feel the need to point this out because conspiracy theorists seem to be running fucking rampant on the internet these days. Seriously, folks, there really isn't anything special about me. At least not beyond the "we're all special in our own way" bullshit my mother used to feed me. This was all pure chance. By sheer coincidence, I restocked my pantry, toilet paper, and cleaning goods just before toilet paper and hand sanitizer became the newest Bitcoin. Seriously, you'd think toilet paper was the universal cure to all ailments the way people are stockpiling it. My stocking up wasn't planned. I just hate shopping. I'm lazy and don't enjoy going to the store. Stores are full of people. I use the term people loosely, as zombies seem more appropriate to describe their behavior. These people all seem to be in their own little world. They're glued to their fucking phones and only all too happy to slam their carts into my shin while checking their Twitter feed, Facebook alerts, etc. If I'm lucky, I'll get a mumble, which I can only assume was meant to be some sort of apology. To be honest, it's a minor miracle when they even acknowledge someone else's existence. I'm also a cheapskate. I'm not a bargain hunter or any of the other euphemisms people like to use, but I do know how to stretch a dollar to stay within my budget. Some people like to call me frugal, as if using that term somehow makes it a compliment. Nope, I'm a fucking cheapskate, and I admit it. Cooking at home and buying bulk is typically less expensive. As a result, when supplies are running low, I make the trek to the store for a bulk buy to restock. Fear of the virus caused a run on the stores a few days after I had restocked. I had plenty of everything. I was out checking my mail when I ran into one of my neighbors who was visibly upset. She always seems so nice, so I didn't expect problems from her. I asked her what was wrong. She said that the stores are all out of toilet paper, low on food, and they're talking about closing the schools. She didn't have enough toilet paper or food for her husband and kids to be home all day for an extended period. I told her that I think I can spare a roll or two of toilet paper. Big mistake on my part. She began giving me a grocery list and telling me what brands she likes for toilet paper, cleaning wipes, orange juice, eggs, cereal, etc. I told her that I'm not a store. I don't have all that stuff, and I certainly wasn't going to give her a month's supply of goods for free. I was only offering a couple of rolls of toilet paper to give her time to find a store with some more in stock. She actually said, "But I have children. It's child abuse if you don't get it." For some reason, this lady didn't seem to grasp the concept that her kids are not my responsibility. I'm not their father, I'm not her husband, I'm not even a relative. I wasn't going to spend a fortune buying her groceries at 1,000% markup online if you could get them at all. I told her she could take the 2 rolls or leave it. She stormed off. A few hours later, her husband knocked on the door. I should have pretended no one was home. He said he was there to pick up their grocery order. I got him 2 rolls of toilet paper, and he got mad and demanded the rest of their groceries. He even threatened to call the cops, accusing me of stealing their grocery order. I laughed so hard I started coughing, which caused a look of horror to appear on his face. No illness, just uncontrollable laughter at the insanity of the situation. The husband wasn't the bad guy. His wife had apparently made it sound like she had ordered groceries online and I had signed for them while she was out. He thought I was trying to keep their groceries for myself. I told him to feel free to call the cops, but pointed out that before he did so, he should get the receipt from his wife as proof of purchase. The cops won't do anything without proof. I watched as he angrily stomped off to ask her for it. A few minutes later, he came back over and looked very confused. He said his wife wasn't making sense and couldn't produce a receipt. He also couldn't find it in their email account. I explained the situation and he quickly became very apologetic. I told him that I chalked up her behavior to nerves. I'm not sure which he appreciated more, me letting them off the hook easily or the toilet paper I gave them. Actually, I'm pretty sure he appreciated the toilet paper more. I know I would. Sounds like you got some people that are a little bit too afraid to go to the bathroom in that household. They're a little constipated, I think. No. At least the husband was a nice dude, you know? Like, at least he was like, oh shit, my wife is batshit crazy, you know? Like, oh my god, I almost just dropped my microphone again. Oh no, my dudes, it's only Tuesday. This is not looking good for the rest of the week. Plus, it looks fucking shitty outside. What's up with this shit, man? When's the sun gonna come out? I heard it's supposed to be nice this week, so I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed that actually happens. And hopefully it does for you too. Hopefully you're already seeing some sunlight. I don't want anybody to live in a dreary world like I am right now. It's so dark. All right, my dudes, we're going to get into some Karen versus Kevin, some entitled parents and stories about Kevin stories. I'm going to do like one per one. So entitled parents, then I'm going to do stories about Kevin. I've got, I think, 6 stories total. So we got lots of entertainment coming your way there, my dudes, okay? So just sit back, relax, and let's do this now. Okay, here we go. This one is called Single Mom at Costco, posted by user Commit Kurt Cobain. So as you all know, people are freaking out about the coronavirus, so they're doing everything they can to get their hands on supplies to last the quarantine. My family decided that we were going to try to go to Costco today to get preparations for a couple of weeks of dinners and some other home essentials, like most others are doing. As we're walking around and picking up the supplies we need, I started to notice that the store was basically in chaos. People were hoarding items such as toilet paper, although Costco has limited the amount of rolls a single person could buy at a time. There were a few people bickering back and forth about items, etc. It was kind of funny to see people acting so immature in a time to panic. My family and I took our groceries to the checkout line, as you do, and stood behind some woman and her 2 children. My dad and I started chuckling together about how much of a madhouse the grocery store was when the woman standing in front of us whipped around and started shouting at us to keep our germs to ourselves. She had a stick up her ass about us being too close to her and her 2 children, and how we were spreading our germs. It was a bit strange, but understandable, I suppose. When the woman in front of us finally got to the checkout counter, she started unpacking a good 10 to 15 packs of toilet paper, as well as her other food groceries to be scanned. As I mentioned earlier, Costco had put a limit of 1 pack of toilet paper per person, which meant that this woman would have to put all but 1 pack back where she found them. The cashier mentions this fact to the woman, and she replies by saying, "Well, I'm a single mom and I need these toilet paper rolls for my family so we don't have to come back out and get sick once the virus spreads more." To which the cashier replied, "I'm sorry, ma'am, but being a single mom doesn't have any impact on the limit, so I'm going to have to ask you to please put the excess toilet paper packs back." This woman was not having it. She had the audacity to start yelling at the cashier about how he should be respecting her because she works her ass off to maintain the peace of her family because her cheating, lying husband took all of her money when they divorced. While this is all going on, the line was getting very long and people were getting impatient, so the cashier calmly tells her to either pay and take her groceries, not including the toilet paper, or get out of the line. The woman reluctantly agrees and proceeds to hand the cashier her card. Before the cashier can complete the transaction, the woman asks the cashier if she can have a discount because she's a single mom and can't afford everything she put in her cart. Now, I had been standing in line for a good 20 minutes now, and this really got on my nerves. I don't understand why people are so uncooperative, especially about things like this. I know that around here, the Costco around here has limited it to 2 packs per person. Um, with good reason. Like, come on, you're not gonna go through 2 packs of toilet paper in the span of like 2 weeks. It's just not gonna happen. You're gonna be going to the store before you run out. I'm sure of it. I'm so sure of it. I proved that myself. I mean, I've gone to the store twice since I've bought toilet paper. So, you know what I mean? Like, people are just reacting unnecessarily. It's just best just stay at home if you can. Read a book, like watch an educational video, maybe, Karen. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got the time to do this shit now. Like, just stay home, stop spreading your stupidity around, and just take a chill pill. That's all I'm saying, everybody. Be educated, be safe. I care about each and every one of you. All right, so the Kevin story is called Age is a Sad Thing, posted by user ComicsBear1. I love my nephew to death, but he has his moments. Once, years ago, when I lived in another city, I came home to visit with my family for the holidays. I was in a car with my parents, my niece, and nephew, going to visit other family. This was many years ago. My niece was around 7 or 8, and my nephew is 4 years older. We had talked about my apartment that I'd lived in, and my niece suddenly said that, "Someday, I'll have an apartment and you can come visit me in it." My nephew, serious as can be, looked right at her and told her, "But he won't be around when you're that old." Thank you, nephew. Kids say the darndest things. Ouch. I haven't actually. There's a kiddo in my Discord server likes to remind me that I'm old all the time. But other than him, everybody's like, "No, you're not as old as you say you are." They don't believe it, especially when I go to like the liquor store. They examine my ID for like a good 5 minutes. They're just like, "No, I don't believe it. I don't believe you're older than me. This isn't fact." Alright, my dudes, let's get into the next entitled parent story. This one is called Can't You Just Hide Being Trans? Posted by user E-J-Taylor. Okay, so this happened a year ago now, but I'm only now addressing the fact that this behavior is messed up and that I shouldn't have to tolerate it. Basically, my cousin, A, has a son, O, and back then she'd regularly stop in at my mom's place after work for coffee and chat after picking O up from the childminder. Sometimes the childminder wouldn't be free, so instead of A missing work, either my mom or me would look after O, who is a bit of a shit, but overall he's not the worst. Anyway, I've been out about being transgender for about 3 years, so 2 at the point this happened, and I looked very outwardly transgender at this point. It's hard to hide being trans with shadowing on your face while wearing a blouse. A brought O over for me to watch one day and asked if we could talk for a moment in the kitchen. I said sure, because O was watching cartoons by that point, and I figured he'd be fine. So once we're in the kitchen, A turns around and says to me, "Look, you know I love you, dead name, but can't you just hide being trans when O is around? I don't know how to explain it to him, and I don't want him getting any weird ideas." By this point, O had seen me in makeup, had seen me do my hair, had heard my real name, and was even using it, hence why he's a bit of a shit for making a mess, but I still like him. Anyway, I said sure at the time, but looking back at this situation, just seems extremely fucked. Like, I'm sorry my being transgender is awkward for you. It's awkward for me too, believe it or not. Like, oh, entitled. This definitely belongs in entitled parents. Karen, you cannot dictate what people look like. Let them be themselves, please and thank you. Like, stop doing this. It's none of your business. I get it. Like, it's, you have to have a discussion with your kid about it when they see, people that are different. Everybody's different. Don't twist my words, please. I know there's a troll waiting out there to twist my words. You know that I love everybody, okay? So what I'm just saying is, like, I understand. Somebody's going to want to have that talk. They don't know how to do that because they're ignorant and uneducated. That's what they need to do, though, is take that step to get educated and find ways to talk about your kid about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's people make it more of a thing than it really needs to be. And there's people that are like freaking out, like, oh, the sex education system needs to be rolled back to the fucking dinosaur age because I don't want my kid being transgender. Like, it has nothing to do with the two, Karen. They're not trying to force your kid to be. Okay, I'm just gonna stop. Let's get into the next story. We still got like 3 more to go, I think. This next one is stories about Kevin, and it is called Work Kevins and the Coronavirus, posted by user Really Forgot. I have multiple Kevin coworkers. Overall, they are not horrible people. Most of the time, they are just stupid or goofy, or both, and at least entertaining. But the coronavirus has created a whole new platform for Kevin Sanity. Kevin Insanity. Oh, it would have been better if it was Kevin Sanity, because, yeah, whatever. Coworker Kevin number 1 is convinced he can't catch the coronavirus because he is a vegetarian. Coworker Kevin number 2 wants someone at work to catch the virus, so we get a 3-week vacation before he leaves for basic training. Oh my god. Why do these vegetarians and these vegans think they're like fucking superheroes? No, dude, oh no. That's so stupid too. Like, why would you want a shutdown? Like, that just means the economy is going to go down for a while and it's not going to be good. Hopefully there's going to be a big bounce back after, but I'm sure the toilet paper industry isn't hurting right now because of all these fucking morons. Oh god. I'm sorry to laugh, but like I said in the last video, you have to laugh or else you either get mad or, yeah, you mostly just get mad. Alright, my dudes, the last 2 stories from Entitled Parents and Stories About Kevin are actually posted in the r/Reddit Fairy subreddit, and I've been sitting on these for a little while, one a little longer than the other, just been waiting for the right time to read it, and today just happened to be that day. So we're gonna kick it off with an Entitled Parents story. Entitled Parents, Entitled Kids, Entitled People, Entitled Bitch, all that stuff. And this one was posted by user CreamPie92. My experience with a soccer mom. Hey, my wee cream pies! I've decided to share my experience with one of the most notorious entitled parents out there, the soccer mom. During the summer, I volunteered as a referee for a rec soccer tournament, mostly because I had nothing to do over the summer, and, well, I love soccer. Football to me, as I'm originally from the UK. Anyway, during one game, there was a lot of shouts coming from the standing area, and there she was. For anyone asking, no, she didn't look like the stereotypical Karen you see here on Reddit, but she was porky and blonde. Throughout the game, all you could hear was, "Hey, what about that foul on my son?" And, "Son, you're better than these kids, keep going!" Other parents did try to intervene. No luck, though. Then it happened. Her son pushed an opposing player down, to which his mom cheered at. He was already on a yellow card, and since he made a bad tackle, he received his 2nd yellow card, which means a red, so he is out of here. And this is where it gets juicy, folks. Mandatory abbreviations. Me. Moi. SM is soccer mom. Soccer mom. What? Why is he going off? He made a good challenge! Me. Ma'am, your son pushed a player down whilst on a yellow card. I'm just doing my job. Soccer mom. This is ridiculous. Why does this place always hire incompetent referees? My baby was only trying to get the ball from that brat. He obviously dived. Me. I can assure you that contact was made. Now I need to get back to the game. Soccer mom. Yeah, run like the bitch that you are. You should have sent that brat off for diving, not my baby. I ignored her and continued the game. The game finished 4-2 to the opposing team, and as soccer moms hate to lose, she had these words to say to me. Soccer mom. This is your fault. If you hadn't sent my baby off, we would have won the game. Why does this place always hire idiots to referee games? She does ramble on a bit, but I remain professional and ignore her, and that's the last I heard from her. The rest of the tournament went well, with the team that won against the soccer mom's team winning the tournament. And that's pretty much it. Sorry if it wasn't as dramatic as most of these stories, but it's one of my many experiences with soccer moms and Karens, both in America and the UK. I guess no matter where you live in the world, there's always gonna be a Karen popping up eventually. Stay strong, my wee cream pies, and bye! I love it. Cream pies! Oh, I haven't had one of those in a long... Oh my god, I... Fucking hell, shut up. I'm not saying that. Yeah. I'm not gonna comment on that. Shit, I think I just opened myself up for some roasting in the comments, I think. Oh god. Quick, change the subject. Oh my god, Karen. No, just stay off the soccer field. You just make everybody else's time less enjoyable and you suck and nobody likes you, so go away. Alright, my dudes, let's get into the last story of the day, and this one is the r/ stories about Kevin story. Story. Let's say story 20 more times. Okay. This one is called Kevin thinks that Big Hero 6 and Avatar: The Last Airbender are anime. Posted by user the Laputan Totoro. This is my first story in this subreddit, so it won't be good. I'm sure it won't be horrible. So anyway, I host an after-school club at my middle school that watches Studio Ghibli? I don't know if I said that right, I'm sorry. Films from 2:15 to 4 o'clock. Anime films, if you're wondering. My club members chose to watch The Wind Rises for our next movie to watch. Very great movie. Watch it. My DVD has 3 trailers that play before you go to the main menu to play your movie. The first trailer is one for Big Hero 6. The next is for Star Wars Clone Wars, and the last is an anti-smoking PSA, since The Wind Rises has a big presence of smoking throughout the movie. That same day, we got a new member to my club, Kevin. I knew Kevin in the past, for his unfunny jokes, annoying tone of voice, and just not enjoyable to be around. We play the DVD, and the trailers play. Here's my conversation with Kevin during the Big Hero 6 trailer, that I could remember. Kevin. Ooh, Big Hero 6. Love that anime. Me. Big Hero 6 is not anime. Kevin. It looks like anime, so Big Hero 6 is anime. Me. Well, Big Hero 6 is by Disney. Kevin. Big Hero 6 is anime. Me. Yes, Big Hero 6 does have a Japan-ish vibe to it, but it's by Disney. Kevin. Well, it looks like anime, so Big Hero 6 is anime. Me. Kevin, do you even know what anime is? Kevin. It's animation from Japan. Me. And what country is Disney? Kevin. America. OP. Disney is American, so Big Hero 6 is American. Kevin. No, it's not. It's anime. I just decided to not talk to him at that moment. Later on, we were cleaning up, ready to go home, asking what Studio Ghibli movies to watch next as a club. Then Kevin had to discuss again. Kevin. We should watch Avatar. Me. Avatar: The Last Airbender is by Nickelodeon. Kevin. No, Avatar is anime. Me. Why am I arguing about this to you? Kevin. Because Avatar is anime. I just decided to ignore what he was talking about at that moment, since I don't think Kevin understands the difference between anime and American animation. I just can't believe that Homo sapiens can be this stupid. Edit. For those wondering, I'm not allowed to go to school today due to a district employee getting coronavirus. Oh shit, my dude. Well, I hope you and your family and everybody else you know is okay. Stay inside. Wash your hands. Don't hold the teepee. Don't pull a Karen. Just get enough teepee that, can last you a little bit, like a normal amount, Maybe. To be honest, it took me a little bit to understand the concept of anime as well. I just thought it was like cartoons. I mean, I don't now, because I've educated myself, but it was a little confusing to me at one point too, and this sounds like they might be, younger kids, so hopefully he wisens up a little bit is what I'm saying. Not OP, but the Kevin, obviously. All right, my dudes, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on all notifications for future videos just like this one, because I know you don't want to miss any. And, if I post anything other than Choosing Beggars, YouTube isn't going to tell you about it. Just a heads up there. So if you want to hear different content, sometimes I stream video games, stuff like that. If you want to see those notifications, you gotta turn that bell, tickle it a little bit, and you'll be fine. As always, the links to these stories will be in the description below, so head on over to Reddit and show those posters some love with some upvotes. You know they deserve it. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's episode. Peace out, my dudes.